I wake up 3 in the morning sometimes, so worried about the future of the country under these oligarchs.
And it gives me no pleasure to say this to you because we are friends, but I think you caved. I think you and 9 other Democrats caved. I don't think you showed the fight that this party needs right now.
As somebody who is influential in helping Biden's decision to step aside, do you think it might be time for you to?
No. And you know what their attitude is? I made my money all by myself. How dare your government take my money from me? I don't want to pay taxes.
Oh, wow. A number of points we could comment on there. Senator Chuck Schumer, though, appearing on The View, speaking with the ladies there. I guess he cannot sleep. He wakes up in the middle of the night.
Night sweats.
He's also going after businesses in the United States, the small business owners. Really? This is the redemption tour?
Yeah, right on The View, a fair and balanced show, obviously, as everyone knows, no bias. The minority leader facing a lot of flack, though, for his decision, in all seriousness, to back that GOP spending bill that helped avert a government shutdown, which obviously helped out America, the country. Stacey Washington is here, the host of Stacey on the Right on Sirius XM Radio. And Robert Patillo is a Democratic strategist joining us as well. So, Robert, I'd like to start with you on this. It wasn't just The View. It was other shows that essentially asked Schumer if he should step down. He says no. He is the leader of this party. Where are you at as a Democrat with this? After siding with the GOP on passing this spending bill, the CR, to keep the government open, do you believe that Senator Schumer is the right leader for your party?
Well, part of the group of Democrats 10 years ago that was calling for a generational shift in leadership. Part of the reason that we saw this shift from Nancy Pelosi to Hakeem Jeffries, Steny Hoyer, James Clyburn to a new generation of leadership was the pressure being put on House Democrats to bring in new blood and new life. Look, I'm old enough to remember when the Democrats were the young, cool party, when Bill Clinton was running around, jogging, eating McDonald's, playing saxophone on Arsenio Hall. And the Republican Party was the party of Bob Dole and Jack Kemp and John McCain, the old stodgy party, where people would say the next Republican nominee is the next oldest white guy in the room. Well, that has now flipped on its head, where the Democratic Party has become the old arcane party, the party of geriatrics, the party that does not have new ideas for the future. And it's time for some of these people in leadership to step aside and allow a new generation to come along. The people who are the revolutionaries of the last generation clearly do not need to be the people leading the charge into the era of AI and the era of international conflict.
Sure.
So yes, it's time for people like Schumer and others to pass the baton to a new generation of leadership who are ready for the fight going forward.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. By the way, Trump is now more associated with McDonald's in my view. After all, he did work that shift. So there you go. But it speaks to the change in parties. Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin weighing in on Schumer's appearance on The View. Keep in mind, he was talking about working, jobs, small business. He says this: Chuck Schumer is having a tough week. Keep in mind, this man went from law school to a lifetime in politics. He's never had a real job and never signed both signs of a paycheck. Stacey, your thoughts there? I mean, I've seen online this moment on The View could be used by Republicans in midterm election ads to show just how Democrats view them.
Look, this isn't an issue of how old the party members are. I never bought into the idea that Bob Dole was too old to be the presidential nominee. I didn't think his ideas were good. I didn't think he had enough energy to motivate people to want to vote for him. For the Democrats right now, it's not that Chuck Schumer is too old, it's that his ideas are bad. And his replacements, AOC, she has good ideas? I think not. She's a dyed-in-the-wool socialist who doesn't believe that we should have the right to our own property. So the things that I'm hearing from people who are on the left, I'm watching their podcasts, their video casts, I'm reading their articles. They're all screaming about the surface issues, how a person looks, how they sound. When the reality is Americans have repudiated the Democrats' party platform from Biden and Harris. They're sick of the open border. They're sick of inflation. They're sick of this idea that laws no longer matter, that illegal aliens who killed people should be brought back to the country so they can be given due process instead of removed because they're here to kill and rape and destroy. The issue for the Democrats is not the people themselves. It's the ideas and the platform. That's what needs a revamp. And I'm looking forward to it because the founders gave us a heritage of a two-party system, and we need it.
Yeah.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.